Baby, I'm a party yedri pa. Candidate Bain Muhiano to wrestle power from the NDC coming 2028.
Sir, answer the because I cover NPP for your cry of this question. 2028. Yeah, we need election one. Bami. Yeah, I'm sure you have 2036. Anything we need 2028 will be an overture, Senator Fraction. So about 4 years, no one. That's what Koto. That's what Daho. That's what Butu. Emma Ghana for the 8 years will be chance. If you hear mistake, not 2028, every year, sir. Yeah, 2026. That is 2036. 2028, we need to win the election. Unfortunately for us, Kennedy Agyapong, there was a lot of support in the masses, even across NDC. He has people who are sitting there saying, "Somebody came, but they are on one year to Amano, on the Rebecca, on the see." No matter what it takes, nobody can take that away from him.
We are now the endorsement. No, come here say Ajinsemu. Ama the ethical crimes over here, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Bambubu Obe resign because the former MPs, the former ministers, the former appointees, and another Abresia and Bawumia administration now more Bemu Eye Juma. Omu nyina no betray Bawumia because of na omu hu se sabre no more ensase omunum ti no bomba pampa ye. Honorable Carlos Ahenkra, former Tema West, former Tema West, member of Parliament, wa Kennedy, yes, wa joining Kennedy campaign team. Not just say, no, on Tantro and Kebufor, traditionalist, a Christopher, and some of my catcher no, any form for no, and no, they take a decision because Omuchu, we are, I'm going to be Ghana for. Honorable Carlos Ahenkra, the former MP for the New Patriotic Party for Tema West. What cases people say this time around, so what the Bawumia baby you are NPP sabi lusu because say you hear leader or you courageous or bold. I will bet me I take the decision about party no. Bawumia just always be ano. The pay trend who is ano na influence ni and the idea no crowd about me you say ti omo. Now I was here or just say 2020 is NPP or money and break. So person mo ba ben mu omani abre epese tumi no ebe ka mo say biwa ene Kennedy na was on present no without Kennedy NPP go back always maintain in opposition our home betwa be 12 years grass account na buzua me pese kasa ne be wa yentie honorable karasa enkra bra live radio program when ye dokumba bi o live radio program and all the true dwa expose Bawumia e kire say ono de Kennedy is the right person to lead our will be a journey.
Now, honorable Mami Musa, baby, I'm a party yedri pa. Candidate Bain Muhiano to wrestle power from the NDC coming 2028.
What is the question? Sir, answer the because I cover NPP for your cry of this question. 2028. Yeah, we need election one. Bami. Yeah, I'm sure you have 2036. The reason being that NDC need the I'll be winning. Mama, maybe you. NDC we need 2028 will be an overture, Senator Fraction. So about 4 years, no one. That's what Koto. That's what Daho. That's what Butu. Emma Ghana for the 8 years will be chance. If you hear mistake, not 2028, every year, sir. Yeah, 2026. That is 2036. Now they come here back fee. The many MPP before Tiamia. 8 months pay. Panza show butum. 8 months pay. Now I say, 7 years and a now about 12 years. And we don't have a choice. 2028 we need to win the election. Unfortunately for us, Kennedy Agyapong, there was a lot of support in the masses, even across NDC. He has people who are sitting there saying, "Somebody came, but they are on one year to Amano, on the Rebecca, on the see." No matter what it takes, nobody can take that away from him. So in your position now, Obama Ghana, it will go. And there's a fact. But the reasoning is, the Kenya, Bawumia for Beboa, the Bawumia for Nya, Ken for Beboa, and Tokwa Mihuni, Obian Kamushi, and Samakosi, Obian Stopon Kofui, young boys see the way we see social media and nyoma of a tola bia na akoda ne atendidie o da so obehu a obi wo ni nipa o tra TV ani why no ani TV no ke ka kansa fun sabita frache Ghana for venture be and so hu hia e de fa opponent foforo ho na ba akoso wo do so na dia ono so kan sama what mane a ugina wo ma na do ti kwabo dem why must it happen like that and the pam no twa no nya ne kwanchen so wunya obi a obetumi ka two side together obi obetumi make sure zifa bienu no ewo ntawatawo mo ntemu a se de obi foforo mo ba ebetumi ama your party no asori agina waka na yet we move forward. I think that is the thinking that should go in the head of all NPP people. It's not about the person for the party to change. But is he able to do that? Is he able to bring the party together? He says, "Obi the party number together be up." Then they say, smallest person in the party, you organize all party team, and then say the oldest party, the chair of council of elders. Or no quite between the party, no, about together. Me, I expect say, and no, Sergeant and NPP for far. No more share how you between the party back because we cannot wait till 2036.
Na sani pa Yanko Honorable Carlos Ahinkra, former MP for Tema West, former Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry. Yanino Entwetwe Enkomo. Honorable Mimwaje. Boko na also
Kakra. Anyway, you make you so I don't find it.
Me when you
Oh, I'm not necessarily. No, say a guy from a crown for him. If you have a shout about the crab of
Madame Vubina was if you necro, Minyani near him, and I'm in Pacho, whatever, a bushing team leg. Na maba wo nchen a me famfiri sei na anwa enrampo ene oremnyamfo boahedu twetwe nkomo wo ha na ono ne nkomodie mu no se enkane ne sector minister honorable Dr. Brian Champon akoka se saa yenye syndicated loan no ono ingenuity the novelty idea or the buy na or the banokra na onyintum but here certain quarters if you honorable branch say bibia ye policy government policy bia no would be called cabinet na cabinet mum ayedai agyatum ansa na motimi arane enti the work is neither here nor there no nchimu ahyew akoba ho enkomo ipa minim se wono why deputy minister for trade and industry pen na sa niema nyina na munimu pa na enkomo iti sei
ayo kwame wentia no fana wentia etiefo nyina madofo ni NPP fo ani mako bubu yenso nyame adum ne ekoso Ghana any the fool go to Christ munti ya we ntire esa the back ni 20 na nyame ene kwame ya bibri say ne ekoso especially around this political era and as a period that obi try say on na mo be see say nka ya party na ebi esiki higher political office ebi say koba na Ghana for alusu hope we between a rebuild hope na so we nyina ntumi kokojina akunanim na ye gongo ye flag bearers but obi nya kokudu etumi hu hia say obese odi party anymore ye encourage no kwame ye boa no ana say ye ka asem papa ede fuado so na okoye say bia wo political affiliation ana say wo baby a wugenti no obeka ensem de agu obako hu fia for me I think say NKE emra yedru abo yedu madam for pa no I have a lot of respect for him but angel now the fire ne the way we see bar out no I least experiment nim ne pushi no Mini man about on Tibet, some post I am for cross the Okanian. The forum now, here edify, no. I think say it least massive desire. Say, believe a car. I'm a round papa. My imagine say me and Kabinaya and Kabafre na much say and you may be one more. The reasoning behind. And I say one that's what you for would you push it out, you know. Anything. And what do you want to achieve in the final analysis? You're a party for Baku. So China, you pay ya. Over so Kanishi. And as a way be and no one for me. So no one win leadership, no, or party. How do you intend to relate to this person? One antagonizing forever. You don't go in that media space and try to do things, undo things that have been done. So now,
honorable.
Yes, sir.
We no, honorable Brian, honorable Wahedu. They no okay. And cannot go can forum bain, and now if it's a kwan best no can.
And I can be king. Nipa no minister no working relationship. What you are done for cry. Minister that's what okay, they just under you because they say this like I want him come outside. Then no back our friend is saying person waba abonting abet say the me time say me and also be abonting we go na say. Na so one ka say nipa 5 campaign na new one so mo ye. If you like microphone cut down. Now, I give you a BS why and the infant of roller, one was over here and play. Some of them are not that even played any role at all. Or inaugurate at the end of the cake. Now, Babby doesn't need Babby. So, when it comes to policy development, it starts from a point and it ends at one point. It would tear one penny can hear. No, they are yet, which one. But you don't go about singling one person. Say, also I see. Na me you don't do that in public. Na me Kennedy Agyapong why no I mean on no ye. Me Bawumia so I mean on why and I say Japan friend say education minister. And then go for say I say 3 years it is on the ban on ye and so you know ye because he was on the sector minister then. So in the end you may be say auto kwedi okura in America. Na fa tu kwem such a way and go for betia say as someone make and as someone walking, no question, your name of saying on the quiet. But you don't call out and vilify the person. I mean, I'm not a harm, but for me, my main cause of an issue. So, me, my member of Cocoa Board from 2017. Now, open security, I was 20. You don't come out and say all these things. But for information, start selling on the friend saying syndication near the idea. And then time 2017 credit start to you. I can say every Ghanaian government, everybody sees it. Obi want to say a issue. Obi want to say a problem. Say why would do a product over so autumn. And so we have a catch of the corner for Cobusia, Okoto Kukuno, number 2 could train about Crocker, and about graduate interest. Oh, it's a number of this is here. And it's here about for the buoy a great year. I will say a crime be as your cocoa the minimal returns on the no more homogeny. There are so many sectors in this cocoa sector. Over is seeing as the Academy. And the side you put here and give us a tell on spot and I say you're telling your cocoa in your fast cabatono. As I think I'm in Chroma time. Come and miss us. What do we need to come across Cyrus no tema?
Very
good. So see Cyrus no in order to store the cocoa and ask you to bring your money and come and buy. So to be able to follow every side we I come on saying that no to cocoa. Let me call them in some media. Cocoa near media. And I remember to me cocoa was what you saw Bawumia. I thought cocoa no. Now we have some money and interest. Kakra what you what interest. When I saw that I have to cocoa. And the other Mr. Silomo, now the cocoa no good. 120,000 metric tons. That's an April 60,000 or 70,000 about. Was 120,000 metric tons, a friend saying. Silos or CPC. But the intention said, on the cocoa be good. Now say, a friend so, not a Wusika. That never to be. That was when this intention started. And the end of our could be, and I can say, media, the next man is saying, or some say. However, they started Kwame Nkrumah time. I can tell you the NDC time, the plan was there if you look at some documents that you have. People had this thing in their mind. But how to implement it or how to put the policy forward was the bold initiative we're looking for. So, and about them from 2017, Aqua 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. When we have that bold initiative, I started coming cover timing. I'm out. Minister Bian were watching me a pussy side initiative. I had you from that time. That's all back up pencil. So one can't be one or yard foot. And that pencil a buyer. At least you can attribute it to anybody. That is what I want to, explain to Mira Edu. So the intention or the idea of this cocoa syndication abrogation, it didn't start from him. Me, a lot of ideas of this matter, I brought to the fore. Not me, a idea, if I didn't free forward, and I say, not a idea, my dream, 100 dada. Send me a wish. Yeah, ama abrofono SCA can be brief so until we could find a way to maximize more profit. Kwame, near and then no cramp na young. Another one young cram is 3 bab outer, omen to yan hoshi. In the shipment of this cocoa. Kwame cocoa na yashi putting in ano. Abrofono ako above the freight forwarders. Straight to cocoa board and only cocoa board negotiating free trade. Now, how much stuff free forward is in the age? Kwame, me decide issue we buy.
Mami Musa baby. What make the freight forward is no? Cocoa board so no, one no, sa export in your money no. Sabi, be a woman in the no, in room more freight forward is no. If you are day, send your home basis to a move.
Thank you. I don't think I know that board, Mr. Lemon, say to me. In fact, some of the reasons, and the reasons did the call politics is some of these things to sanitize the transport sector. But hopefully, I'm Twitter, and you know how politics works. So, president and I say we need a non-armed police you cannot help. But the information is there. So, what crop would say, man, baby? That's all person ship on your man about Ukruma Ghana. There's no way you can go to a shipping line and say shipping line and container and present in Ghana. It is not possible.
Mm-hmm.
You certainly have to work through a freight forwarder. Mm-hmm. You certainly have to work through somebody whose business it is to ensure that shipments go through a certain format. Mm-hmm. The shipping line has no business. Maersk Line, MSC, Hapag-Lloyd, they have no business coming to you, and as you have no business going to them, for them to give you a container to ship out. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to go through a freight forwarder. And the reason is this. Abroad making sure that you can be able to make you at least from that business that you have generated. I don't think to say, what of a freight forwarder? A freight forwarder of Unicrum or a license to do business in that city, in that country. It is a what of a freight forwarder.
What car what are you? Who's the woman your cash? Who could your car with a bank company account? Who we are now, woman mouth shipping line be a freight forwarder be. Say, J. We mun have a babefa.
Thank you. Yes, I said shipping line. We have to say line. And I say, Hapag-Lloyd.
What I wouldn't need a babefa. No one say, and woman on Jacka.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are the time of you.
Thank you. In the shipping lines, no respective freight forwarders no power because they are the basic generators of their business. Over Ghana, Afibubiano, Ghana Shippers Council, Omudi Cocoa Board for him, Echo Cocoa, a friend saying, Price, a friend saying, meeting. Omutu baby Baku, no Makakusha, Bucha baby. No Makakusha, I think, okay, 20% container, you bet you $500. Takakania boy is a miracle. Some use of freight forwarders. Our Ghana Hanua, Mr. Gobet Bian, $300. I'm a Kennedy Agyapong freight forwarder and Butum. I'm what you want to say buying. But what $500? Our brutally into your delivery with them. Now, Cocoa Advance produces 650,000 metric tons. Now, for the 150 cry, a friend saying like crop that 500 ne kwa 500 no bear 50,000 to 100,000 per and never call on FOB. Nyaka nyina is CNF and CIF, which means the freight and the ship would have to be determined by the local shipper here in Ghana before it leaves. It is if report are not one mono and they determine the pakro best one man kwa or no betia freight obitia. It happens everywhere. Even over here no mess like Canada. Near post your post number Ghana say omra no me transfer over here free for the ship is things out to Ghana. In the other Ghana, you my own coin. Now you cocoa na your major product no. And me you travel Emma shipping line for the determine human bitia. Nyakobo in someone nearby. People are shipping goods to China today, as I speak to you, at $300, $250 because Chinese money here containers no, and it's going out empty. If we have ways and means to build this router and my maximum returns on the freeway, and they might be in a quarry. Because of Cocoa border. They two border, yes, you are marginalized because they don't understand. So, and the way you why your minister be now about now I say, Sam me the policy, ya can't check. A better now, whom you already Agyapong, or say they be had a prince, I'm prince, ya being SOB cabinet, and your finance minister is a cabinet. And yet, your friend is saying, sanitation is a cabinet. And you will sector minister, which is agric minister. No, and then they call no call say or interest woman or push. So call not say daddy and the niji woman or become a our president of pushing or call back say no. But he was able to do everything under his power to bring this thing that is about more than 60 years old to fruition.
Honorable, it's not just Honorable Dr. Brian Champon. Said you also can one place and I want to be pushy and my cabinet in because a cabinet decision and
that is what I want to say. So we your management class then now the policy but that's the idea be back. That's why the minister doesn't buy into it. Or the couple a cabinet or for on the cabinet and a cabinet for on the bar about the script said. Because he doesn't believe in it, and that's what they call. For the chief, I will catch the president all the chief of Abra. No, the choir. Yes, on pay. So I will call. When we was here by a canoe, son, a friend is saying, a year is bar, a canoe. And for me, I don't see why this argument is even going on in the first place. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's and yes, we person tarnishing the political career, and as of bringing it down, as far as the position of pay is concerned. Anything to do with what happened yesterday, for me, it's a calculated failure. Somebody is trying to, support his candidate and using Machiavellian tactics to bring Rab right now. Don't forget, we need a future for this party. Even if Brian is not able to make it
a calculated attempt.
What can I say? As some way, I saw a big job with Bejamuka. Mareba Kumba. Sajan no cry, I saw a Bejamuka. Well, even if Mr. Brian doesn't make it this time, which I doubt that he won't make it up, I tell you that he stands to be the future of this party.
Well, let me make you on.
Kwame, there's no doubt. Then, what's up for her? Now, what's up for her? As far as the way we near him, what? Where's the way we near him, what? He's the only person that can put the two sides together. The NPP pen capable party, you need a neutral person who can put this party together, and that is what I believe in. Because it happened last time. Bawumia winning here, I name Prof. Walker say, Ken, and some can end this body campaign. Ken, and their campaign, Jano, Ken, and the scene. It is coming to but what platform be so? No, and to qua, and someone, Bawumia for too money, not Ken for too money. Opening, it will tell the MPP, you baby call but a check. And he said, yeah, Obi, not going to be a meeting who is you. Make them feel. Now, one of us are going to be a one of us, two groups see, any party they for another, one party in any other, rather than anymore. I see no reason why anybody to find any difficulty in either supporting or not supporting. Just take your decision and move on. Now, but jam one thing, now I'll be our former boss. You don't do that. Because the idea didn't originate with you. It has been existent since independence. Oh, but the Enya will be a better bold initiative over driving Agyapong out. And after 60 something years, somebody has done it. So why in heaven's name would you want to come out and denigrate the person?
And nipa now, yeah, so the sector minister. Yeah, Brian.
That's what I'm saying. The point is, I could say 3 years from 2017 to 2023. Why didn't he push it? If indeed it was there, and I know it was there because I was on the board, and we had planned this long before then. So why didn't I could say 3 years push it? Because maybe he was not interested, and he didn't understand the intricacies. He didn't understand it, so he didn't do anything about it. But me about member keke, so me no management di hunkomo. Na so who say idea e fakwemu a. We generate a friend saying idea no into a policy document for us to discuss and drive it to the minister. But because you didn't understand, we are still in our ABC. And then say me nyaya ka for example what you tell me say or contact me. I mean anybody say come away. No one say if it makes sense at all. For us to go and sit down and discuss free trade with Cocoa Board and the shipping lines and leave the free forwarders behind. Now they offer on 100,000 metric tons spread for free forwarders. No more haggle with free trade. No more share profit on the baba. They will reduce the price for Cocoa Board. They will make their own profit here. First, any free forwarders in me. First, any shippers and free forwarders are maybe very knowledgeable in the business. If you are buying TBB and Shippers Council, and you are buying UN, UNCTAD, and TBB and Shippers Council, developing countries are export, our money shipping lines daily. Now, more from knowledge and friend town, which is a free negotiations and shipping, a friend saying, shipping business. That's why the Shippers Council were formed all along this West African coast. And they are relevant, yet should be brief. Their main mandate was to ensure, say, shipping of our product out of this country will benefit this country. And in their law, they were even asked to ship or consider shipping on a FOB basis in Kwanya Diade. So, no. Time passed, you have freight forwarders, I was system more. May be more knowledgeable than your colleagues at Wabonti. When oil and gas was coming, we thought that we were going to fall down. We thought we were not ready. We didn't have the people amongst us to work. But there are people amongst us that almost saw oil and gas and age. You know, I say about my degree. What we went through, what we have done, we have no more oil, and then over oil and gas logistics. We have men, we have great guys who have done very well in that department. And here, Obi say, Ababa said to your body say, who can worshipers view? Because today, the private relationship between a shipper and his merchant or his client cannot be put on in the public. Obi or Kanyama Babiana, Obi or Mabiano, or on a freight forwarder and on agent. I don't know what special relationship. And come on with you, a third person kitty. If the other Nabago got you with a one in what sense? So rather pursue profit on that sector. What you need to do is to create that environment whereby you have a lot more players in there going out there to fight for free trade and getting you the best. Now go to baby say mom na entrance the shipping line for this year go go dey for emergency and saying you better 600 they bet 520 now 550 ni aboy nsem. There's a 550 the whole year no the freight bar for move freight cost 550. You are the same destination. People where they be all shipping Nyoma and Nyoma no I cost a certain country no 200 and 300. Now we cook on 650,000 metric tons no we $500. One eboka. You can hin it kuma. But because they didn't understand, they couldn't pick on this to also develop it. I agree. I know we are the be asking. But that can't wait. Our board minutes. One day. Obi ba obi tiasi abeka so me fa no fa nyadwuma. The intern and around and say, we are saying for the Yakrama freight forwarders now. We'll continue our business with the shipping lines. But this year, crop year, 100,000 metric tons. And from a freight forwarders, we will control it and be able to make sure that we maximize profit. That is how it is work. All the obedience, ideas for independence, no, I bet so 1 year, 1.5 years. No, 3 years push the car. I don't say Nakabomano. And can say, and come away, to me, and come forget it. Coming into the public domain to throw yourself, out like that. for me, it smacks of a lot of mischief. And then, yeah, idea we say, will bring you down. Where you went on the tangent you went is very bad. Madam for Panami Bunupa, a very, very hard-working man. But wait there, it was freely.
Now, Usha is born out of politics, manading.
Oh, now, politics, and I thought, say, they were Brian Arkin, or say what call Facebook wall, when my call. On no, do not know when the baby Ojida, according to Jay. If you don't put it to question, I've given him that a friend say gravitas to move on and do that. So we are saying no candidate no why as a candidate they push you. No our candidate no be on can say bia. No man our can no ye. But what they are watching or the about what's happening why? Because he was the one in charge. So but the most important thing is that at this juncture, let the candidates come out and tell us what they have done. Because there will be a candidate of a set of Ojaba. Now, say, when you answer one moment to Abaman and why you're paying. How do you expect this person to convince the people who are going to vote for him? Okasam na no kra. Yebehunu Okano Boa, Yebehunu. Sabi Okaya wanka say 2020 and implementation by the 2020 implementation by and cannot minister here they can be finished. Company 2024 and a policy implemented and I had this for necessity Omanya Home Paso. It is okay, would bring challenge. Double challenge about Kwame, not in the public domain. It is wrong. It is very, very wrong. Someone women has a party for ownership. They are party in Penifua. They should let some of these things, they call out some of these things. Oh, one yes, sir, none of our one to Tankuma. And you'll be honest with you, but not you. And you'll be on Grofua, almost to Abba. And all your Grofua, Obetin. It is a whole start, it's a whole good means to bring him down. Woman sympathy was Katramo. In the best way, Edu, the Pacho as a wood media. Baby, I'll find one day. Let's just say, I ask you to revise your notes and please stay out. We have stayed out from this day for many years. One can you don't normally do this. And this is what I know in the tango. Then a wow, only power understand the presidential elections. Now, because as your former sector minister, you don't do that. Oh, yes, sir. No, this is your before, no, there can be no one escalator. And you may be happy at the way as my king. Starting with your platform, so MP's platform. Now, I mean, to make a matter of show. And I did the attempt and into Kwabuni. That is what is happening. Why must it be like that? We have your elders of party one. Let's call people to order. It's not good.
Na obi maybe say ye can no other camps no so no other candidates no you Brian mo you Kennedy Agyapong no me ade no won so can sem bia ebinum so bonyu so eti no say ye call nipa to order obeka say ne ye call obi to order.
What is the better radio so what is the Kennedy Agyapong cut BB ono oyede wa fani pa 7,000 adwum amu bia be some question radio so that
Debbie
Kwame what you say Dr. Bawumia abegina radio so say ono the interoperability by amu bia be some question that na mobile money buy mo bia be some question that so what you say Dr. Bichu abegina radio so ka say PSHS ono the buy amu bia be some question radio so that no problem across na koka side, call him, call his person, or even what's up, also. What is the question? But you don't come out publicly and do what you did. It's wrong. So, Obi a kind of say, I say, this time here. Obi a to the mutu. Obi a can't your first way. Obi a trumpet the achievement. It is a me, not me first of the time, and I'm at the BBC. I said, I'm Pekra, I bear me time. So I can take it up and go ahead with it. So, and you don't blame Bawumia for saying anything. You don't blame a friend saying Ken for saying it. You don't blame Aduchu for saying anything. When Kennedy Agyapong is starting his efforts from beginning of party 1992, always a question for public. You don't do that. You don't do that. I think it's very wrong.
Okay. Now, honorable Mami Musa, baby, I'm a party yedri pa. Candidate Bain Muhiano. to wrestle power from the NDC coming 2028?
Kwame, well, this a question. Sir, answer it because I cover NPP for your cry of this question. So, 2028, yeah, we need election one. Kwame, yeah, I'm sure you have to go 2036. The reason being that NDC need the anywhere, I'll be winning, but Mama maybe you. NDC we need 2028 will be anywhere better, so it's a fraction. So, about 4 years, no one come. That's what Koto. That's what Daho. That's what Butu. Emma Ghana for the 8 years will be chance. If you hear mistake, not 2028, every year, sir, here's 2026. That is 2036. Now they come here, bad feeling. The many people tell me, 8 months pay. Fantastic Butum. Fantastic Butum, 8 months pay. Now I say, Serenity and Sanity. Now about 12 years. And we don't have a choice. 2028, we need to win the election. What I would like to know. Now, what should you nature based on America? What about me? I say, Bawumia for the care is a kind of Bawumia, the monk of you. Almost town, which you went to sit for, and to quack. And I said, you excuse my friend, in some who Eka, and I carried the election. If you hear Obia, between the Afaha and the Afaha, a boom. Bawumia for me at the just a can of memory, me repeating who you. Therefore, an example, 10 Nagasaka as a Kirby, and I did for the ball, a jingle, a dear campaign piano. No, I'm Yamanitia, say 10 call Bayer well winning, obey a campaign about me. But Bawumia for are still bleeding Karen for the loss. I don't know whether this featured in the microwave report. But how almost cannot do it? They are saying it from a very strong point. And when you know my audience and say, yeah, it's a baby. The current we near, there's no way I ever put it. I'm a Kena Costo. Now, dear, Maniba Kumba, Nasa to quite the mountain. You know, Penibia, Sabita for over Tanzania, can ye, I'm a year to ye. Now, I'm one day on the right side elections no more. The Bakuku will be near. Offer. How do you expect the party to win power in 2028? And Nunti, Anna, me, we have my idea to say. You know, we are very neutral. Obia, or your friend saying, unifier. Obia, over to me, at the Afahani Afaha boom. Sabe Brian, Unti, the Kennedy Agyapong, not done for Pano. And Bawumia who say, last election, Kradota Bawumia more. They support the man, no, Nahodin, Bibia, everybody knows. And idea only will be our problem. I was and time. The most important thing is that Ghana for and I say NPP for so say a mistake. Not the one side be and the other side no can hold the air. Then the 2036 no ever call. Me, I believe strongly that Dr. Bawumia will be one of the best presidents this country will ever have. I believe strongly that Dr. Bawumia man a chance. He or a typical politician like some of us. Or a technocrat and is going to bring his technical ability to the table for his own colleagues to come and help him and be devoid of unnecessary politics there. A character is a but the how has been our problem up to this point. The how.
The how, many say?
The how, a 2024 election, a number of green by. Now, my report down out into I cannot go and preempt anything. Here, you know, be our nothing, will be able to it's very painful. It's very sad. Maybe was a lot of hope in that man. So he's my friend. I know him, and I think that he can do better. But how do we get it done? The how is what I'm saying about. Now, unfortunately for us, Kennedy Agyapong, there was a lot of support in the masses, even across NDC. He has people who are sitting there saying, somebody came back there, on one ever to on the Rebecca, on the sea. No matter what it is, nobody can take it away from him. Because in your position now, over Ghana, it will go. And there's a fact. But the reason is, the Kenya, Bawumia for Bebwa, the Bawumia for Nya, came for Bebwa, and to quite evening, Obian Kamushi, and Sama Kosi, Obian Sopon Kofui, young boy see the way we see a young who our social media and your manoma. Of a be not according to the or there's over one, or be what name nipa or TV any why no any TV. Okay, cancer phone a subject of fracture Ghana from venture. And some who here at the fat opponent for from. Never go to what also the dia or also can some what mania. Who now man do think about them? Why must it happen like that? And the problem not only any crunching. So when you be I will bet we cut two sides together. Obi obet you make it so different no ewo ntawata mo mutemu a se de obi fufo mo ba e betimi ama your party no asori agina waka na yet you move forward. I think that is the thinking that should go in the head of all NPP people. It's not about the person people. For the party to change. But is he able to do that? Is he able to bring the party? He says, oh, be able to the party number to get the B up. Then they say, smallest person in the party, you organize the whole party, and answer the oldest party, the chair of council of elders. Or no quite between the party, no, about together. Me, I say, and no, Sergeant and NPP for far. No more, share how you between your party, back. Because we cannot wait till 2036.
Na sani pan one wine.
No, Brian. Well, we are so make a saying I could see Brian. Something about the airborne Gumbe airborne. One people for that yet. Every people for them. There's so many and the Sah and the Assembly. So about Obia, over to be in 5 parts in the Assembly. When you didn't, and as a young one, oh, but Oma will say, I'm paying the fire at the Assembly. And the middle say, young can't quit him. And yet, then is the Cabiano, that would be their choice. No more advice from the bone say, I'm me and uniform far. And then about 3 years, about 3 years. But what you say we are, we cannot come back. And then you must feel here, there's a view. It is over no be a jumping Mr. Brian, some say, or no unify, or only preaching, no more preaching in I say, baby, capacity in a boom. Yaku in Mako Ejuma. Near we need 28. No? That's all he talks about. Of course, obviously, so be boa, that will be a bit more. Over the Wayama Kuno and Sana, in Macrabo, and the Obekan, over 1,000 efforts in contribution. But mainly, Nancy Mo Kanyano is based on unifying the party to push us forward. So, and if that is what is happening, not a nobody of what party that can anymore. I don't see any reason why, it be consider.
Any mamma was not missing your pan farm small.
That's what I mean. So I am a mental.
Matebra, Memwatemaker. Okay. Okay, 101.7 Sunny, Honorable Carlos